Now, I love church. I love going to church. But I've definitely heard a lot of complaints from people who don't go to church about what we do here. Like they wonder how this is any more relevant to their life than a Blockbuster video membership these days. Like, how does obsessing over an ancient book that chronicles the life and times of the first Jesus freaks, how does that help them pay their mortgage? And I don't think what we do here is boring at all, but people outside, sometimes I think they have the idea that what we do in here is about as captivating as watching paint dry on the walls of the DMV. And even people who go to church, they like to complain about things when they change, because, man, people love their traditions. The way church has always been done, the way it's supposed to be done. They're like, if it was good enough for Luther and St. Paul, then it's good enough for me. And worship is supposed to be about community, right? But it seems like a lot of people, they feel more connected to their smartphone than to the dumb people sitting around them. More connected to their Wi-Fi at home than the Holy Spirit in church. Maybe it's the country club vibe, the way sometimes church people make visitors feel about as welcome as a vegan at Rudy's. You know, Gandhi, he's been quoted as saying, "I like your Christ. I do not like your Christians. Your Christians are so unlike your Christ." Which is fair enough, man. I mean, we know. But maybe we could at least, I don't know, make an attempt. Sometimes it's like we're on a reality TV show called Hypocrites Gone Wild, Sunday morning edition. Maybe instead of what would Jesus do, maybe we should be more like Dwight Schrute from The Office. And when we're about to do something, maybe we should think, what would Jesus not do? And then not do that thing. But nothing gets more complaints than worship music. Because it's great if you're into either pipe organ or amateur cover bands or fingernails on a chalkboard, knockoff versions of Kenny G or U2. And I would have used more recent references for that joke, but I don't know any. Because I haven't listened to music since 1986. Not really. I've heard a lot of the new music. I just don't recognize it as music. What else do people complain about? Oh yeah, they complain about the length of the service. Because people show up and they're like, I did not train for a Jesus marathon. I just wanted to go to church. But come on, man. Our service, it's like an hour and 15 minutes. And most of you guys are going to spend more time than that arguing about who's racist and who's not racist on Facebook this week. Not funny? But people who don't go to church, man, they have a lot of complaints about what we do here. We're too judgmental. We're holier than thou. Because what they hear when we invite them to church is something like, hey, you want to join us at church so we can make you feel bad about your life choices? It'll be fun. And then for some reason, if they do show up, well, for sure that's going to be the week that everyone else went on vacation. And then those of us who are here, man, we act like we're being forced to sit through some kind of sensitivity training at work. And then our guest, they wonder why we invited them in the first place when we're not even into it. And people are just so cynical these days. They are so afraid that someone's just trying to scam them out of their money. I've heard people outside the church actually say this: if the love of money is the root of all evil, then why do you take an offering? But that's pretty easy to answer, because I say, the devil's had that money long enough. Hand it over, demon.